Hey guys, let's get more news from Giants, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Cowboys news, rumors persist about a possible Ezekiel Elliott return to Dallas. Until he signs elsewhere, you cannot rule out the possibility of a reunion. New developments suggest that Ezekiel Elliott could be returning to the Dallas Cowboys after all. The former number 4 overall pick out of Ohio State was released by the only professional team he has ever played for earlier this offseason. Dallas has since used the franchise tag on Tony Pollard and drafted former Kansas State star Deuce Vaughn. While the Cincinnati Bengals seemed like a great fit for Elliott, that may no longer be a pressing issue with Joe Mixon back in the fold for the team. As far as an Elliott return to DFW, Jeff Howe of The Athletic reported the Cowboys, along with the New York Jets, seem to have the most interest, subscription required, in him on the open market. While it is still early, the Cowboys may have found a couple of late-round gems in this year's draft. Yes, it is just preseason, but Jalen Brooks, the 7th-round pick from South Carolina, is making a solid case to have his name announced on the 53. Brooks has had a very productive camp thus far. The Cowboys' first preseason game is next Saturday against the Jaguars. Last week Brooks caught a pair of touchdowns in the red zone and had a nice comeback route in solid coverage for a catch. This week, he continued to impress. The Giants are interested in hiring Ezekiel Elliott. You would think after 34 years there would be very little that Jerry Jones would say that would surprise any of us. Yet, Jerry still manages to do just that. Last week, when pressed about getting Jimmy Johnson on the Ring of Honor, Jerry dropped this nugget at camp in Oxnard. "We're going to be making those announcements as we go. I've got a couple of coaches, in addition to Jimmy, that ought to be in that Ring of Honor." Now, back in the before times in West Texas, when I worked my first job on a drilling rig in the Permian Basin, I had a boss who on occasion would look at me and say, "Boy, have you lost your mind?" There was another word spoken before mind, but we do try to keep this page PG-13. You get the idea. Oddly, I heard those very words, and in his voice, as I thought the same thing when I read Jones' comments. Then I decided to see if I could figure out who he's talking about. The Cowboys have had some great assistant coaches. Many have gone on to become successful NFL head coaches. And you fan, what do you think of the Ezekiel Elliott situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.